you know, like in command prompt on the Windows PC, you have to go into that on the Linux version, which is called kernel. So you have to go into that and type all these commands in and stuff. And most of that's just to override the control schemes and stuff within cloud gaming. So you've got to give it permissions and stuff to do all that stuff.
Right. We're back on the video, by the way.
Yeah. And then the last thing you do is you set up all the resolutions so it boots straight into your library on cloud gaming, which is really cool. So once you've got it all set up and you add it as a non-Steam game, you know, like you would with a lot of other stuff in Steam. Once you've done all that, press it, boots up. The streaming was perfect. I've got to say, the Wi-Fi router, whatever's in this thing, is fast. So yeah, very slick. I was playing Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy on it with no problems. It looked brilliant. It streamed. It was fine. And the other great thing about if you use cloud gaming on Xbox, it doubles the battery life. Because obviously it's just streaming video. It's not using any of the internal dubbing to run the game. So it's kind of just streaming stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So now following that, I was like, well, you know, I've got all these free games on Epic, and you can do that. And there's a thing called Heroic Launcher, so you have to download that off Linux.
So let me ask you this question, Stu. Have you played any video games with this device, or have you just spent all week setting it up?
No, I spent quite a lot of time setting it up, and there's a lot
I'm sure you did.
I'm faffing. So Heroic Launcher got all that sorted. You've got to log into your Epic Game account, all that stuff. Again, once it's done, it's fine. But another issue, it doesn't default to the SD card for install once you're on the Epic Game Store or Good Old Games. So you only have 30 gigabytes available because obviously the operating system takes up a bit of space. If you only got 64 to begin with, you ain't got a lot.
No.
Again, took a little bit of figuring out. You've got to download this thing called Flat Seal, I think it's called.
Goodness.
And then
sounds like a massive headache.
It is a bit of like all PC gaming. This is no different.
No, I do PC gaming all the time, and once in a while I have problems. I've never dealt with Linux.
It was not a problem. It's just time consuming and fiddly. It's not a problem. You've just got to do it. Again, once you've done the Flat Seal thing, you have to reroute to where it can download to. Once you've done all that, you set up a folder, done all that. Fine. Once it's done, it's fine. It's just that initial, again, probably set aside an hour.
Initial 5 hours to set it up.
So I'd say to set up everything, get Linux running, get Good Old Games, Epic Game Store, and cloud gaming.
GOG, really? You really need to
I've got
GOG?
I bought quite a few cheap games on there. So I've got Cyberpunk on there and a few others. So anyway, all in all, but that's part of Heroic. So that's no big deal. That's just another login. Once you've set up the SD card thing, you just log in. All in all, I would say set aside maybe 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 hours on the outside.
Yeah, just set aside half a work day.
Set it all up and do that. Anyway, it's a great piece of tech, I'm going to say. It's super, super impressive. Honestly, it is very, very good.
You have any video footage of you playing with this thing, or is there something you can see on the screen?
There's a still picture of GTA 5 on it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And we had that meme that I made with the Drake turning away, where it says, awesome, fun games that everybody enjoys, and he's turning away from it. And this is Stu we're talking about. And then he points to it and nods when it says, awesome, fun games that everybody enjoys, played on a new piece of tech.
Yeah. I mean, what's kind of clever, and I'm quite impressed that they did this, one of the things they did was they've only put a 720p screen on it.
Oh, what the fuck? You might as well be playing on a stopwatch.
Well, you're not, because it's a 7-inch screen.
I know, I'm joking. Who cares? It's a tiny little
exactly.
screen.
And that obviously, because the resolution is quite low, that enables it to run a lot of these games in medium to high settings without any issues, which is kind of, they've obviously given a lot of consideration how to future-proof it. And I also think this is the best time to get one now, now we're a year and a bit down the line, because there's so many updates since it launched. It's a lot better now than it was when it initially came out. So I'm
glad you're enjoying it.
Very happy. So I'll talk about some of the games we played when we get to games we played, I guess.
Okay.
So, Chitty, anything else?
Why don't we do that?
I'm sorry. I'm just really bored.
Where are you going?
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we hear you.
I was just really bored.
Did you have something you needed to tell us in terms of the story, or are we moving on?
No, just...
Story time's over, isn't it?
Story time's over, then.
What you been playing?
Oh, yeah.
What you been playing?
Hello?
Hello? What you been playing?
Really?
Duke, you can go first. Go on, do it.
I will go first, and I will start by giving another shout out to Lilac Minecraft server. What's up? Here's the thing, and as we know, the rule is if you ain't got nothing new to say about it, you can't talk about it. But I have something new to talk about.
Good.
Something new in Minecraft. How about that? The server that I'm playing on, Lilac, is one of these servers that has an economy. In other words, you can sell things to other users. You don't have to be online. There's actual money involved, and the reason money is important is because if you have enough money, you can buy your next rank. There's like 20 ranks on this server. I'm about halfway up the rank ladder, and they get expensive. Now, most people start out making money with quests, so you can say like, okay, and it's not like there's not a person. There are people who give quest scrolls, but whatever. Anyway, you start out with like, dig 5,000 cobblestone. And okay, so you'll dig, as you go mining, you eventually cut through a lot of cobblestone. I've gotten to the point where I need more money than that because I've done all those quests, and so I can't really make money that way. So what I've been doing is I've been making, and I started a little village, and I created, this tower, and I made a home for myself, a workshop, and I made this store as like a joke. It's called Joe's Shop, and the proprietor's last name is Kerr, and the building is green and purple. So you see, it's very clever. If anybody got that joke on the server, and they have not mentioned it to me, but it's hilarious. Anyway, and then I was like, oh, I made a little make-believe store. I might as well make some actual shops. So the way it works is you make a chest, and you point to it, you hit it with the thing you want to sell, and then you just set the price. So what I've done is, okay, sand is something people are always buying, right? So I went to look how much is the lowest price for sand on the server, $5 a unit. And then I'll just put it $1 less, right?
So you undercut everyone. I like it.
I'm undercutting everyone. We will not be undersold at Joe's Shop. Yeah. And I'm getting crazy paid. I've made like $100,000 in 2 days. It's nuts. So this
does sound like the start of a multi-level marketing scam, by the way.
Yeah, it
and
does.
you can get in on the ground floor. No, I don't care if other people join the server or not, but it is a fun server because there's people involved. They do this fishing contest every hour. You vote and you get keys, and the keys open up these crates, and you can trade. Yes?
I'm just going to guess that this isn't real money.
Oh, of course not. Absolutely no.
No.
Yeah, so you're not actually making $4.
No, but here's the thing. I'm making money that I can use to make the quality of my life in the game better.
So it does have some value.
It does have value. Yes, correct. And it's weird because usually I log in and then like I'll work on the tower I'm building or the building that I'm working on or whatever. But and usually I'm working on roller coasters. But not so much now. Nowadays when I log in, the first thing it does when you log in is it tells you what you sold in the last, since you logged in last. And like every time I log in, you're out of wheat, you're out of glass, you're out of this, you're out of that. These people bought this stuff and you made all this money. And I'm like, holy crap, I got to get back to work.
You went into this server going, I'm going to make roller coasters, people are going to love them. And then you sold some sand and everybody was like, fucking this guy.
But
what happened to
I
the
actually
store
did
that
make some
sells
roller
it?
coasters before I started it.
What happened to the store that sells it for $5? Are they broke?
Yeah, they're just
are they out of the
destitute
market now?
Oh yeah, they're homeless living. They can't even afford to build a house.
Why doesn't anybody sell it for like $1?
Well, some things are like that. In fact, at first I thought maybe I could sell some seeds because when you plant wheat, as you know, when you harvest it, you get a bunch of seeds and you end up with a lot more than you started with. So therefore the market is glutted. Seeds, there's like 10 shops that sell them for 1 cent each. So you can't make money selling seeds. So there are things like that.
Why is sand so popular? It's fucking everywhere in Minecraft.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Sand's everywhere too. Like sand doesn't take, much effort to go get, but people, look, if you have a bunch of money, there's no reason to go get it yourself. You can just pay someone to do it. So yeah, so I'm like, I'll do it. And here's the thing. Ultimately, I don't really care about the money. The ranks are nice. I do want to rank up more, but I don't really care about that too much. What I care about is having a purpose. You know what I mean? When I play Minecraft, if my town reaches a certain size, I'm like, all right, the last town I built, for instance, had the lava pyramid. It had these 2 roller coasters. It had this. It had an aquarium. I had made a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, all right, this place is about as packed as I want to make it. I want to start a new town. You reach a point where there's not a lot of purpose to the place. You've made it, and then you're done. But now I have a purpose. Like I'm
making
people
cash, being the man.
And it's not even the cash. It's the refilling of the crates.
Bitch.
Capitalism,
it's the giving people what they need.
Yeah.
Like helping people,
and then giving the people what they need, and then taking it away from them.
Taking the money.
Yeah, exactly. I should.
Because let's be honest, you're not just giving people stuff; you're taking cash.
Yeah. I do give people stuff too, though. One dude came in today, and he was like, "Hey, I think he was new to Minecraft. He was like, how do I get a diamond shovel?"
You're like, give me some cash.
Diamond shovels are like the easiest thing in the world to make if you have a diamond, right? 2 sticks and a diamond at the top.
Get out of here, noob.
Exactly. So everyone was like, lol, find diamonds. And he's like, how do I get diamonds? And I was like, you know what? And I just teleported to him and I was like, here, take a diamond shovel to start you off. Welcome to Lilac.
Oh, you got scammed.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Damn it. Now I'm out of diamond, which costs like 30 cents on the server.
Yeah, how much would a diamond cost then?
I sell them, I think, for like $20.
Oh, that's pretty good. Which is a lot of money.
It's not. I mean, that's the thing, right? On most servers, diamonds would actually fetch a lot of money, but on this server, again, there's 5 different websites that you can vote on, and a lot of servers do this now. If you go vote on those servers, most of the time, or on those websites rather, the server will kick you back something. This is a way to get people to vote so that when you do a search for Minecraft PvE server, this one's going to come up early because people are constantly voting for it because they're getting something for their votes, right?
Indeed.
Yeah. So when you do that, you'll get diamonds a lot. The server's kind of throwing diamonds at you. So really, me giving the guy a diamond shovel, it doesn't really mean anything. It's like whatever.
So let me ask you a question. Is there like a virtual bank within this server then?
Well, you
cash that you're getting.
I mean, you have a balance. There's no real bank. You have a balance for yourself. If you make a town, then that town has a bank that you deposit in, and then it costs a certain amount of money to keep up your town every day.
Can you rob
and this is how you prevent griefing, because otherwise, if you just built stuff, people could come along and destroy it. But if you make a town, then people can't mess with your stuff inside the boundaries of your town.
It does sound pretty cool, this. I do like when the sort of almost reality crosses over into gaming worlds. You know what I mean?
I think this one, this server has done such a good job of making it fun and making you want to keep coming back beyond just the building. I mean, Minecraft has a lot of stuff in itself. But again, and you said this before, Stu, sometimes traveling between places is a pain in the neck, right? So this server has teleporting. You have homes that you can set. So if you go looking for sand, you can just teleport right back to your home. The economy is nice. It just, some servers go nuts with it. There's all sorts of, there's a spleef arena, there's PvP areas, there's this, there's that. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with all of that. This server has just the right amount of interesting stuff going on. Yeah. But not too simple, because vanilla is exhausting.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
That's the exciting news about my activities on the server.
I quite like that kind of stuff.
One last thing,
kind of interesting.
And then I will shush. I did something that I've never done before. I can't remember doing it. No, that's not true. I did it before. When we had our Veteran Gamers VG Hub, whatever it was, Overseas Connection Minecraft server, I chipped in to run that, right? The money it takes to get that out. Mm-hmm. I chipped in at one point for that. But I bought a custom name tag on the Lilac server this week, which is weird, I know. But so when you sign up, if you guys were to join the Lilac server, you would have in front of your username, you would have the word serf, because the ranks work like nobility, right? So you're a serf, and then you're a warrior, and then you're a merchant, and then you're a baron, and then, whatever.
Can I have the word cock after my name?
No, but you can have other words that are not offensive if you pay some money. So on the website for this server, there is a link that says,
"Give us some money,"
and you can pay a couple of bucks, and you get a custom word in front of your username.
So this is just like having a personalized plate on a car, isn't it?
Correct. My name.
Yeah, most people like that. I just think of cocks.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but I just think it's kind of nifty that I have a tag that no one else has, because somebody had professor, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. How'd you get that? Because there are, like, in some of the vote crates when you vote for the server, there are some tags that are like, whatever. Friend.
So what have you got?
Elder. Well, no, but I already had the Duke. I think I had the Duke, and I could put that back if I wanted. It would just be Duke Scath, and that's silly.
Duke.
I have one from fishing. It says angler, and that's kind of neat. But other people had that too. So I paid to have the word polymath in front of my name in blue.
You
had to choose the color too. So
of course you chose polymath. Why wouldn't you?
Knows,
what about could I have
I am a polymath.
spunk juggler? Could I have?
No, it can't. It says on the website nothing that could be considered offensive or repulsive.
No offensive
to any
stuff.
other users.
Got it.
Yeah.
What about
shitbag?
Trying to think of something that sounds
Penis
offensive.
monster.
What about pimple squasher?
Yeah, that might work. I mean, it's gross.
What about puss licker?
Oh no.
Yeah, no, that's because
no.
You're gonna try to claim that it's not, but it clearly is.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
And ultimately, look, it's up to the discretion of the people who run the place, and they would just say no.
That's licking puss.
You can argue all you want.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway,
how offensive are they? Like, how horrible is that they won't let you express yourself?
Yeah. What
puss
about
liquor?
bogey burglar? Yeah, I mean bogey's.
What about
good.
OJ didn't do it?
Yeah, what about that?
I don't know if that's over the. I think it's like 10 letters.
Oh.
OJ.
Yeah, to be fair, he was found not guilty. Just saying.
If the glove don't fit,
if that glove don't fit, on his sweaty
I guess
hand
it's the first time a guilty
day.
person went free. How about that?
Who knew?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all I have to say about Minecraft. Thank God for the end of that discussion.
Thank God, right.
Thank heaven for Lilac servers.
Thank heaven. Ginny, what have you been...
I played that fucking cooking game that you made me play.
Oh, yes. I found a demo.
Oh, I forgot all about
Steam.
that.
What? You
I've
schmuck.
been busy playing other stuff. I've been playing other stuff. Forgot all about it.
No, you haven't. You've been
Sorry.
setting up Linux and shit. Don't lie to me.
I have. I've been doing other stuff.
Just told me.
Sorry,
all right.
I'm
Well,
so
Chinny and I are
sorry.
going to talk about this game then.
So
it's called Plate Up.
It's
Sorry.
rare that just Duke and I play the same game.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about it.
And before we get into any of it, let me say that when I see this game called Plate Up, I hear it as Plate It Up because of the MOP song. Ante up, jack that fool, ante up, kidnap that fool, get him. So that would work with Plate It Up, but it wouldn't work with Plate Up because that's only 2 syllables. So yeah.
So,
Anyway, Chinny.
Fascinating.
Chinny, what do you think about Plate Up?
So
Yeah,
Plate
Plate
Up,
Up.
for people that
Was
don't
it
know,
good?
is a game where you are a chef, and the game starts out and you're in this sort of like office flat thing, and you have to pick a plan, and the plan will be the restaurant that you will work in. Then you pick a menu, and at the start you only have 2 plans, which are pretty basic, and 1 menu, which is steak.
That's right.
And then the
All
kind
you
of,
sell is steak.
it's all isometric kind of overcooked view, and the character kind of looks like one of those Fall Guys character, not Fall Guys, but
very
like
nondescript,
human
just
fall
all
flat
red,
sort of
wearing
like. But
a
they don't
chef hat.
they don't move like that. They kind of bump into each other, but they don't move like that. So it's not as like cumbersome or purposely difficult to control. So anyway, then you go into the actual restaurant, and then you start the day, and you can move furniture around, which makes this a little bit different from Overcooked. But it does look like Overcooked. I mean, it looks exactly like Overcooked.
It's a lot like Overcooked.
You can move furniture around, and in this game, to cook steak, you have to cook it once for it to be rare, and then twice for it to be medium, and then 3 times for it to be well done. And like the people little icons, you have to bloody go up to the table and like wait the tables as well.
Take their order.
Wow, this is a one-man band.
But here's the thing. This is we should say this now. This game is designed to be played with several people.
Definitely.
Because the one person could then take the orders, the other one's cooking. When you do it yourself, you have to go running back and forth all the time. Yeah,
so I suppose like this does look and play exactly like Overcooked, and it has like little loading bar menus like Overcooked.
Yeah,
I guess it's very easy for me to go, fuck this, it's play Overcooked. Which is what I want to say. However, I was trying to think about like why would they make it? Do you know what I mean? Why? What is this doing that Overcooked doesn't give you? And there's several things I suppose that it does. Is that you can rearrange the restaurant to how you want, even though I never quite figured out how to fucking do it.
And I think, I think a bunch of that is you do the drudge early stages so that you can get better stuff in your restaurant. You can expand the menu. You can have a bigger place. You can have more tables. And I think it's meant to be that kind of building up thing of the whole restaurant experience.
Yeah. But I just don't think that that's very fun, really. So I struggle. I struggle really what they were trying to do that was massively different. It's very hard on your own. Very difficult on your own.
Yeah.
Well, this dude just doing 2 steaks is struggling. Is this one of you guys?
Well, especially okay. So here's one of the things that went wrong. And it doesn't teach you this. You have to figure this out on your own. The patrons do not want to wait for their food if the table mate has their food, right? You have like a minute to get the 2 steaks out, but once you drop one of the steaks, you've got maybe 15 seconds to get the other one. So you don't make a steak and deliver it.
You've got to deliver them at the same time.
Start the other one. Yeah, cook them and then bring them out. And the things I found most annoying about this game is, I've got 2 plates of steak. I can only carry one at a time. I've got 2 hands. Why not let me do that? And when you clean the tables, you have to move the plates back. You can't stack the clean plates. What is that about?
Which you can in Overcooked. You can put more than one dirty plate in the sink as well. Sure. I think carrying 2 plates at once, because most waiters carry multiple plates. So it's like they're trying to. They could have done some stuff different, which Overcooked doesn't do, right? And the upgrading and the slow progress is something that Overcooked doesn't do as well.
And Overcooked is just the kitchen, right?
No, you're right. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Which is fine. And so I think what they were trying to do here is like give you an entire.
I know, but it's almost like, it's funny that I forgot that, isn't it? Because it's almost so. It's so pointless to include it because you're literally just dumping it down. So it's Overcooked sort of like the fun in a cooking simulator is juggling all these things at once and working together with someone. Whereas this is like filling a very unneeded void of like, what if you did the whole cycle and like somebody could be waiter, somebody could be chef, and you could role play and all that sort of stuff.
But I mean, like the simulator thing is a big deal. So the idea of you running a restaurant, I think that does appeal to a lot of people. But I don't think this is the game to do it. No. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't really like it. I thought it's kind of cute. I suppose if Overcooked never existed, this would be interesting, but Overcooked is just so good and so brilliant, and it's at a high bar, so I don't think
I wrote down the gold standard dilemma because I think this is a good example of it. As you say, if there's a game like Overcooked, you can't just make the same game.
No.
When Minecraft came out, there were 100 imitators, and they all came and went, and now there's no one trying to imitate Minecraft. Now everyone's trying to do their own Stardew Valley, which is interesting.
Yeah,
but once
we had a battle royale sort of run, didn't we? For a while.
Exactly. So it's interesting to me that that's one of the prices you pay when someone does it the best.
Yeah,
is that there's no point in trying to imitate it. Unless you're Blizzard. Blizzard has a way of copying what other people do and doing it better, even though they're not doing anything objectively different or adding much. But Overwatch said, Team Fortress 2, let's do that. But, just better. And they did.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It's a no from me with Playtop, unfortunately. But it does make me want to play Overcooked 2 more, Stu.
Yeah, I know, we sort of started that and then just stopped playing it, didn't we?
Yeah. But you could play it. Yeah. I don't know why Duke never got involved. Maybe you did, didn't you? You did.
I played once or twice.
A little bit.
A little bit. I would do an Overcooked play date if we wanted to.
Yeah, we definitely need to do that.
We should definitely do that again.
We should do more regular play dates.
Right. Yeah, we should.
Excellent. So
it would have been great if we did them during the summer, but
I know. When you were.
I should have organized them. I was delinquent on that. Sorry, people. Yeah, you have to play with yourselves.
Lol. So that's me. Played up.
There you go.
Yeah, we played it. It's not great.
I'm going to talk about, first of all, obviously, whenever Valve releases a new thing, they release a game to go with it.
That's what they do.
And in the case of the Steam Deck, it's a game called Aperture Desk Job.
Yes, I played this.
So that's what it's called. It's designed to work with the Steam Deck control. So I don't know how it works under normal circumstances, but the whole point of it is it shows you what your Steam Deck is capable of doing.
Yep.
So it's kind of like it uses all the controls. Basically the desk you're sat at is just a replica of the console with all the controls in place, etc. And it's about half an hour long, and it's funny. It is funny. It is funny. It fills a little bit of story in the Portal universe which is kind of cool.
I wonder if I can find my notes from this back in the day.
Back in the day, God, how long ago did you play it?
Well, it could have been
came
that long
out.
ago, but yeah, I guess
Yeah, it can't be long.
Yeah, there you go. Good humor as always, I wrote.
There you go.
There you go.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's very good. There's a weekly-esque character that tells you what you need to be doing, and it basically testing toilets. Yep. That's kind of how the game starts. That gradually get turned into turrets as the game goes on. And it's just a lot of fun, really. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about it. It's a funny little story. You get to meet Cave Johnson at the end, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just.
And there is some shooting at one point. I remember you're aiming something.
There is shooting. Yeah. Well, interestingly,
cool.
I'll talk a little bit about this when I get on another game. But there's a gyro built into the Steam Deck. Okay. Which, a lot of these.
So you're not aiming it the way I was with the mouse.
No, I was moving the screen around like.
Dude, AR baby.
AR, moving the screen. But what's kind of cool about the Steam Deck, the analog sticks are touch sensitive as well. So the top of those is touch sensitive. So if you're holding the trigger and touch the top of the analog stick, it goes into gyro mode.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool,
and you get some delicious Greek food.
You do. Gyro. So yeah, it's very good. It's a lot of fun. It's half an hour. If you get a Steam Deck, it's free. Give it a play because obviously why wouldn't you?
FREE, free, no charge.
Everyone should just play it.
Just play it.
Yeah, play it anyway, regardless. If you haven't got a Steam Deck, play because Duke did. He hadn't even got a Steam Deck.
Yeah, and it was fun. You didn't need a Steam Deck. But it's even better if you have a Steam Deck.
It is better if you have a Steam Deck because that's the point of it.
Yeah.
But it's played. Look, Steam, Valve, they want everyone to play this shit. They don't care if you've got a Steam Deck or not. Just play it anyway.
Number one, get people to play it. Number two, get people to play it on the desired platform.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's number two.
Yeah, because Duke played the VR thing just on his desktop. You know what I mean? When they brought that out. Yeah. Well, they brought out a VR games specifically made for the Valve Index when that came out, or HTC 5 or whatever. I know you didn't because you couldn't.
You're joking. Oh,
you really have to play that in VR.
Oh, this is a joke. Oh, this is a joke.
Well, I could have. Sometimes they have things where you put it on your phone and you just look at it with the thing or whatever.
Oh, by the way, talking to jokes,
I get it. I get jokes.
We went to the supermarket the other day, and as we came out, a little old lady came up to us.
There's more.
I know, it's funny. And she said, I have a mission in life. I want to make at least one person smile every day.
Okay.
Right? Little old lady. So we said, all right then. And she went, why did the Scarecrow get an MBE?
I don't know why.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Oh, I get it. I get jokes.
Sarah Kay told that same joke when she did her TED Talk. It's a good joke.
It's a good joke. And then she went, I'm 89, and I've made you smile, so I've got my mission for today. And off she toddled, and that was it. Little old lady.
Does that really happen? I thought that was just
that truly happened.
Wow.
You know what I would have done? I would have made a real effort not to laugh.
You know what I would do? As soon as she comes up, hi, I'm trying to make someone smile every day. I go, get back, you're not mugging me. And pull out a knife. Just back away, lady. Back away. I'm filming you.
Little old lady. Right, what I would do is I'd say, okay, you stand there, little old lady, and you try and make me laugh because we're going to be here a while. But I'm 89.
My mission in life, and what a coincidence. You're 89 trying to make people smile.
Yeah.
I'm 74. What is it, 37, did we say, Cheney?
37.
And my mission in life is to never smile. So let's see who's better.
My mission is to not laugh at old lady jokes. Right, so, and I'm not moving. Where are you going? Come back.
I want to make someone smile every day. Oh, great. I love jokes. All right. Why is the Scarecrow? Oh, wait. I don't like Scarecrow jokes.
There you go.
That joke just triggered me.
Bless her. It made my day.
My
It may
grandfather
well
was a scarecrow, and I think you're being racist. man.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
lovely.
So, Stu, anything
Yeah.
else about the desk game?
No, it's all right. Just give it.
Okay.
If you got a Steam Deck, give it a go.
Oh my god.
Am I back up already? I feel like I just got done talking.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
If you've
Well, I don't
got
have
if you've
much
got
to say
two
about-
hands, if you've got two hands and eyes,
Yeah.
give it a go.
Give it a play. Just give it a
Here we
go.
go.
Why not?
Um,
It's free.
I am deep into Dinkum. Oh my god, this
He's
game is
deep in
so...
Dinkum.
He's
This is
still
my second
playing
playthrough.
bloody
Still
Dinkum.
playing it.
Playing that bloody
I didn't
Dinkum.
realize there's this tool called the compactor.
Oh,
It
God.
makes dealing with levels so much easier. So there's not much to say about that. It's great, and I'm having fun with it. I'm trying to master the deep mine. Let me just say this about Dinkum. Okay, in Minecraft, obviously, mining is a big part of the game. Sometimes in Minecraft, you will emerge into these caverns, right? And there's like iron, gold, diamonds, whatever. You go exploring, but you got to watch out because there's monsters down there. In Dinkum, you have to pay for this deep mine pass. You use an elevator, and you have to pay $20,000 to go down it. But it's supposedly worth the money because you can get stuff down there that will, cash you out. One of the things that's down there is rubies. I have never found a freaking ruby. On the Reddit, every other post is like, I got 3 rubies during my last run through in the mines. Where the hell are these rubies? I'm not finding any rubies. Y'all are making this
Scam.
up.
It's a multi-level marketing
Goddamn.
scam.
It is multi-level marketing. So anyway, Dinkum's awesome. If you like Stardew Valley, if you like My Time at Porsche, play Dinkum. It's magnificent.
Animal
Play it.
Crossing,
Just play it. If you've got a
Right.
body, a
Just play it.
torso, if you got a
Exactly.
torso, you got a
Right.
heartbeat,
Got
just
fingers.
play it.
Made by one
Got
dude in
fingers, just play
Australia. The game takes place in Australia. It still says in the YouTube description, a wander around the Down Under Village game with Duke, because that's when I streamed my Dinkum game, and we never switched it back.
Yeah, third income.
Yeah.
If you
So the
like-
other game that I played is Gotcha Garden.
Okay, this sounds
Now this
good.
is not as much of a game as it is. I mean, it's an idler type of game.
Oh.
And it's not really a game in the sense of like having objectives or fighting or bosses. or
What
any of
are
that.
video games anymore?
Exactly,
know, what
man.
the hell?
This is one of those games that just
What
gets
is
you to
it?
think. Like, what is it? What
Fucking hell.
does it
Is
mean
this
to play?
game?
a
I
game?
just want to shoot people in the face.
Nope,
Yeah.
no shooting. I mean, there's other games
Shoot
for that.
them.
So the way this works is there's these little dancing flame things, and when you click them, they will give you a coin. You take the coin, you put it in the candle, and it'll give you a thing.
Isometric
Half the
view, by the
time-
way.
Isometric view, yep. The art style is gorgeous. It's so pleasant. It's so, the things that they give you are cute. A lot of the things they give you are plants, but at one point you get a box, so you can put things in the box if you don't want to use
So,
them.
look, can I describe what I'm seeing, Duke?
Yes.
So, just for the audio listeners, because I always think of the audio listeners, you
Yes.
slags. I'm seeing an isometric grid piece of land with a tent and some cacti and some flames and stuff. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
It
what
makes
is
no
happening?
sense.
Well, there's
What
nothing
is
really
this?
going on yet right here.
There's some
There's
jumping.
nothing
little
going on
flames.
yet.
Well,
So,
but
what's
notice
the
when they
point?
click on the little dancing thing,
Yeah,
well, the
there's a-
point is really to just organize the stuff and to make a little aesthetically appealing garden.
What?
Oh.
Because I believe Gotcha Garden is a real thing,
Oh.
and it is a well, maybe that's just the name
Gotcha,
of the game.
bitch.
I thought the word gotcha was a real thing. I could be wrong, but
No.
I know there is a type of thing for this kind of gardening, which is no, never mind. Gotcha is apparently a Japanese term for a video game that implements the gotcha toy vending machine mechanic. Similar to loot boxes, gotcha games induce players to spend in-game currency to receive random
Oh,
in-game
that's what
items.
this is.
It's
Got
a
your
But
money.
that's not that.
Got your
No.
money
This is
game.
not that. This has no microtransactions. This doesn't want your actual money. I mean, when the real game comes out, I guess you buy it. But once you
It's
buy
a
it, you have it. And you're
scam.
not trying to-
It's a scam,
So
man. They wanna
it's
catch
actually
your money.
ironic that they call it gotcha. Anyway, the point is, it's a miniature garden simulator, basically, and you keep getting plants, and you figure out what to do with those plants. Sometimes you get additional tiles that you can then, I didn't do what this person did, which is this person's being very smart. They're putting all their green tiles on one side of the screen, and they're using the wood borders. I didn't know you could rotate it. damn, there's a lot of things I didn't get about this game when I played it.
Well, it takes you a while, dude. We've established this.
I
too.
Yeah,
guess
we know
so.
this. You're old.
Yeah. I hated Minecraft the first time I played it.
Exactly.
Now I'm a millionaire on Minecraft. Yeah. So the idea is this: that you know, just like bonsai trees, the little tiny trees. You're using this to make a nice little garden, and yeah,
what?
it's cute.
Just
to
why?
have,
Why
to look
not?
at.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's
It's
all
the
about
journey, not
this
the
is
destination.
Chinny's idea of the worst game ever. I'm thinking.
No,
Well-
your games are usually like that. This is-
How rude.
Yeah. So whatever. Like this is nothing. It's not going to appeal to everybody. In fact, it won't appeal to most players probably. And I can't see myself buying this. But I had fun with the demo. I'll be honest.
Great
It was cute.
recommendation.
I'm trying to
Yeah, I know,
understand,
right?
right? What you get a coin, you stick it in the fire, and then some shit
Yep.
pops out. Is that basically the
Correct.
game?
Yes. And then you figure out where to put it.
Okay. Roller. What the hell's the roller for? The roller's just popped out.
Changing the background color.
Oh, I
Yeah, I
see.
guess that is. Right. There's a weather vane. You can use that to switch the rain on and off. There's a sundial. You use that to make it nighttime or daytime. The aesthetics are gorgeous. Like I said, there's these little paper lamps, and when you set it to nighttime, they glow beautifully. So, it's that kind of thing.
It's all so beautiful.
It's just a relaxing, do nothing game. Let's be honest.
That's
what this
right.
is.
It is a relaxing do nothing game. Unlike all these other games that have a very important purpose that you are achieving something very worthwhile.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you
This
know
game's
what,
just about
though?
having fun. Jesus Christ.
Do you know
get
what
the
though?
fuck outta
If
here.
I'd have played this game, Duke would have been deriding it at this
Oh
point.
yeah, absolutely.
Terrible it looked.
Yes.
That's what he'd
Well, I
been doing.
I wouldn't call it terrible looking. I would say there's no point. It's stupid. 'cause there's no
Exactly,
point.
exactly. That's
Yeah,
exactly what
exactly.
you'd be doing.
And to be fair, if somebody says that about this, I would not argue with them because they're right.
There you go. There you go.
I admit that.
Okay, back on the
Okay.
Steam Deck because that's all I've played on this week, pretty much.
There's nothing else.
Yeah, Chinny, anything else from you?
Hello.
That's a no. Go ahead.
That's
No,
a
no,
no.
hang on.
Oh, wait a minute. He has got something. You
Sorry.
see, I'm
Go
so
ahead,
used to
Chinny.
Chinny having nothing else. That,
Yeah,
I was
go
just
ahead,
going to get
Chinny.
going. Go on,
Well,
Chinny, go.
I'm sorry, Chinny.
Go
Yeah.
on, I'm sorry. We're sorry. Go on.
I'm offended.
Okay.
I played another game.
Oh, it's not like you. What's happening?
Ooh, okay.
Okay,
That's
this is
suspicious.
it is suspicious.
Yes, species. I've already played this game now, so I haven't really got a lot to say about it.
Okay.
What is it?
Yeah, what is it? What game?
Well, there's a reason. There's a reason why I played
What's that
Monster
game?
Train. Monster Train.
Okay.
God, so I actually
That's
played it,
weird.
though, to be fair.
Yeah, I played it a while ago. So,
You love this game.
I do. Oh my god, I love this game.
Yeah, you do.
There is a chap that has started working for me.
Oh,
Okay.
uh-oh.
I won't say
He's
his
big into
name
Monster
because of
Yeah.
GDPR, right?
Yeah.
But let's just call him Barry the guy, right?
General
Barry-
Data Protection Regulation for those
Yes.
who don't know.
Baz.
I just
Bazza.
Baz. Go
Baz for
Baz.
sure.
Baz from EastEnders, right? So,
He calls him that because he puts a lot of basil in the ratatouille.
Yeah, it
correct.
does.
So Barry, I'd love it if I had somebody called Barry at work. Anyway, Barry, I'm sure he won't mind me saying this. He's a nerd, right? He's a nerd.
There's nothing wrong with being a nerd.
I'm a nerd. We're all nerds.
There's a lot of things.
We're all nerds in this.
He's
We're
a
all
mega
nerds.
nerd, though. He's a mega nerd.
Nerds.
This is what I like because I said we take when somebody new joins the team, we have to do these like headshots where we we take pictures of people and we put them on the wall and we put them on the website and all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I said, right, Barry, and we're doing the other because we've had 2 new people start. So Barry and what's the other person's name? What's his fake name?
Fred.
Fred, right? So Barry and Fred you need to bring in something that's sort of personal to you. For example, if I was to do it, I'd bring in my snooker cue. If Matt was to do it, we brought in a football.
He'd
If,
bring in his butt plug.
yeah,
Oh,
butt
sorry.
plugs and stuff. Right,
His
so
butt plugs. There you go.
so
Butt plugs.
I said, bring in something that sort of identifies you. Fred didn't really have anything, so we used the camera thing because he loves that new camera that we've got. And Barry says, don't worry, I've got something.
I got
Right,
you.
all right, okay, like it.
I got it.
He brings in his Yu-Gi-Oh collection,
Wow.
right?
And
then
anybody who has a Yu-Gi-Oh collection, it's not a small stack of cards. He's
It's-
got a big box.
he's got binders, right? He didn't bring them all, and he says like this is one of my
This is a
binders.
tenth of my collection.
Yeah, this is just
And
a
I was like-
small example.
And I said, Barry, talk me through this shit because I have no idea how to play this, right? And he was like, yeah, and he was telling me about it, and he was telling me he goes to these meetups and they have Yu-Gi-Oh battles and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, yeah, look, I get it. You're a nerd. I'm a nerd. Everybody do your nerd thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
As long as you don't kill anyone or yourself, then who cares, right? So, so he was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, it's like a card battling game. Yeah, and he was like, look, yeah, I've kind of played some of those. I said I played Hearthstone, and he almost spat on me. He was like, don't.
I was gonna say, he's like,
Don't
that's
let
not
that
funny.
And I said, oh, look, and he says, did you go ever have a game? And he's like, yeah. Then I told him about Monster Train. He was like, I've heard of Monster Train. I've heard that's really good. And I was like, I love Monster Train. And then I went out and played Monster Train that night. I was like, I want to play Monster
Yeah,
Train.
you see,
Suggestible.
the
yeah.
seed was planted.
Monster
There
Train
you
is
go.
great. Now, I've talked
Spoiler.
about it before, but for people that
He
don't
was sent by
know-
the people who made Monster Train.
Yeah,
to
we're
get your
taking that
thing.
advert money. For people that don't know, I look. It looks really, really daunting. Monster Train. Like, it's interesting to hear what you two think when you're looking at this Monster Train footage
Yeah.
because it looks complicated.
Every
Really-
card has like all these stats and
it
different
looks
versions
complicated.
of the
But
things
don't
and-
go in like that because what's really good about Monster Train is that they do a very good job of telling you what every card does, what every power does, and you do have to. You can't passively play it. Do you know what I mean? This isn't Power Wash Simulator, ladies and gentlemen. You can't just turn it on and go, right? You've got to think. And it's just great.
Did you not see the game I was just playing? That's not what I want to think. I want to
Yeah,
just
turn off,
glance
man.
around.
And like all games, because when you first open the menu and it says, "Oh, you got to join this, and this," just keep pressing A until you stop playing it, because none of that shit matters until you start playing it. And then once you play it, you go, "Okay, I sort of get what's going on, I think," or give it another couple times. Doesn't really matter. It's like a board game, when people are explaining the rules. You're like, let's just fucking start because when we start, we'll learn it, right? Yeah. So it's a card battling game where you're on a train and it has different levels. So it's like floor 1, 2, 3, and then the kind of pyre, which is the heart of the train. And the enemies go up 1, 2, 3, and then to the pyre, and you've got to sort of slow them down so they don't take damage off your pyre. It sounds more complicated than it is. It's turn-based, it's cards, it's nerdgasms, it's all the things I stand against, but I bloody love it.
Nerdgasm.
And Slay
It looks like the aesthetics of it, the way that it feels when you play a card. It's not just like play a card. It's like and then it bursts into flames. Or
it's very similar to Slay the Spire as well. So people that like Slay the Spire, it's very, very similar to that. And I did play Slay the Spire quite a lot, and I did really like it. But there's something about Monster Train that I just liked a little bit more. So
you like better.
I might go back to Slay the Spire, but yeah, Monster Train, love it. If any Pillow of Soft in the chat says loved Monster Train. So yeah, I've started playing it again. I don't think I'll play it for very long. I'll just had the itch because Barry came into the office and brought his Yu-Gi-Oh! Bazza. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever play Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. I said to him, look, this sounds cool and I'm genuinely interested, but I'm never going to play this shit. Sorry. Just
I bet he said it like that as well. But that's exactly how he said it.
That's exactly how I said it. But I said I would be up for if we could get enough people to stay over, right, after work.
Yeah.
We'll have a game, right, and then you can tell us how to play it.
See whether it's actually good.
Yeah, I would do that. So yeah, so we'll see if Barry would want to do that. So that's Monster Train.
Monster Train.
Monster Train.
Very good. Yes, I decided, to really test the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
See how
Put it
good,
through its paces.
Put it through its paces. How good does this modern piece of technology run the cutting edge games of today?
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. So
right. So you played something modern, something hip.
I did something more modern than what you're highlighting now. In fact,
yeah.
It was a launch game for the 360 back in the day.
Oh my
And
goodness.
probably one of the first things I played when I got my 360 a long
Gun.
time ago.
It wasn't Gun. Remember Gun?
And
Oh, Gun was great.
Oh, gun.
possibly still one of the best horror games ever made, in my opinion.
Manhunt.
And that game will be condemned.
Condemn.
Because I bought this on
Manhunt never came to the 360.
No, I didn't. No. Yes. So I bought this game on PC when it was really cheap. I mean, it literally cost about £1 or something in a sale.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'll get it on PC. Not realizing, because I was going to play it on the Steam Link in the living room, you know, where you control it, but it doesn't.
Oh yeah. So that way the family can enjoy it.
Exactly.
I eat
but
your
it doesn't-
face.
It doesn't actually, on the PC, doesn't support a controller.
Ah.
So it's literally keyboard and mouse, right? Which is fine because it's first person, so that's not a deal breaker. But I couldn't play it on the Steam Link, so I never really got around to playing it. So I was just like, no, it's a play days ago. Anyway, along comes the Steam Deck. No problems. No problems, dude.
Oh
This
yeah.
is automatically, natively, you can choose
Oh,
the proper
sweet.
control scheme.
Yeah.
Like
Suck
you
it,
would on a
Steam Link.
joypad. Jobs are
Woo.
good.
Oh yeah.
And it works really well. It has aged. I mean, when I
Oh, I'm looking at
Yeah.
it now. It has
know.
aged.
it has aged.
Oof.
When I played
2006 this came out, so
Yeah, it did.
2005. 2005,
yeah,
sorry.
five
yeah.
launch game. When this came out, right, I remember playing this on the 360, and Feng Chui, he was round the house because he hadn't got a 360 at that point, so he came around to have a look at mine. So we put this on, right, and we were in the subway station, and I'm like, look at the shiny tiles, isn't it amazing? It looks so awesome. Honestly, it was like, this
Nice to know
looks
you haven't
amazing.
changed, Stu.
I know, yeah, it's still the same now. Like, God, look how amazing this looks. And now I'm like, it's not terrible. I'll be honest with you, right? If you look at it, you think
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's
look terrible.
It's playable.
It's playable and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun, man. I mean, this game is brutal.
It kind of looks like a cartoon or like a kind of. The reason why,
Yeah.
like PlayStation 1 3D looks really bad because it's like it just looks so bad, whereas this seems like, well, it just sort of looks like an animated movie, like a bad one, but like it's watchable and playable by the sounds of it.
Yeah, it's still very playable, and I'll be honest, it's still brutal. I mean, like for instance, you know, sometimes if you hit them a couple of times, the enemies, they'll just go on the knees, so you can do a final killing blow,
Yeah.
and you still get like bits of tooth flying out and stuff, you know, as you sort of do the killer. And this was made by Monolith, who obviously did Fear as well. So these guys have got pedigree when it comes to making, you know, horror games, and it's so goddamn dark. I mean, everything is just pitch black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The only daylight you see is right at the very beginning of the game, and it's literally the sun going down. And once that happens, the rest of the game is in total darkness pretty much the whole time. But it's great. I mean, it does a good job of giving you cues as to where enemies are. You'll hear them coughing and stuff before they come for you.
Yeah.
And the AIs, yeah, they'll do a bit of a cough and then they'll just run out from behind some random wall or something. But they are quite good. The enemies, the AI is pretty good. They'll hide, they'll double back and they'll run around the corner or something. Then they'll disappear and then they'll come back out again. I think it's actually a pretty good game still.
I never knew that Monolith were the same Monolith that did Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of
That's
War.
correct. Yeah, they did.
I never really made that connection.
They got a good
to
track
be honest.
record.
I remember that game, Gotham City Imposters. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was a multiplayer Batman game. Very bizarre, but it was like everybody pretending to be the superheroes fighting each other. It was like a class-based multiplayer game. Very strange. They made The Matrix Online, Tron.
They made a lot of stuff.
Alien vs Predator 2, but their first game was called Blood.
Blood. I know.
Blood. Okay.
Blood. But the next game, do you know what their next game is?
I've not a clue,
upcoming?
actually. Nope.
No, what is it?
Wonder Woman.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Wonder Woman.
I'm
game.
reading a Wonder Woman comic right now. It's not great.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
So does it hold up, Stu? Would you
I think gameplay wise it holds up, and I also think sort of the lighting's pretty good.
Well,
you
I
know,
suppose
for
that's
such an old
to its
game.
advantage, isn't it? Because it's so dark.
Yeah.
that it's not going to look terrible. So
Well,
No,
it's-
the
and you
atmosphere-
can't
and the
see the
atmosphere is great.
aging graphics as much.
yeah,
Voice acting is just terrible.
is it really?
It's very flat, very wooden. You forget how bad voice acting in games was back in the day because we're spoiled now. I mean, we have some really great video game
Yeah,
voice
a lot of
actors.
Hollywood actors in video games.
Yeah.
Not only do we have Hollywood actors in video games, but we have Hollywood actors in indie video games.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
There was
mean?
none of that.
Like Daisy Ridley in 12 minutes, just because
Yeah.
like why not?
Yeah, yeah.
Because she had a fucking weekend off or something, and could you do this?
Well, and they had. I mean, it's not super indie. It's not Stardew Valley. Like they had nothing.
no,
to
I know,
compare.
but it's
not doing this because she was bored.
the idea that like a Hollywood star, would do a game that lasts 3 hours,
Yeah,
and
right.
was a bit shit,
Agreed.
is weird.
Yeah. But no, none of that in this game. This was literally whoever they could get. Probably people who did, I don't know, got the coffees at Monolith. Yeah, just come
Yeah.
here and just read these lines for us.
Barry does the vending machine.
hey, Baz,
Can
come
you just
over
say,
here.
"Hey, you with the axe, get over here into this microphone"? Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the axe, come. There you go. Done.
But holds up pretty well. I'd forgotten how hard this game is as well. This
Yeah.
game is tricky. You've got to really get your head around timing for blocking the incoming attacks and stuff, because literally 3 or 4 hits, you're a dead person. I mean, and you forget about how bad checkpoints were back in the day.
Yeah.
Because
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
So this is, you can save anywhere, but you can't really. You can save, but all it does is save the last checkpoint,
Right.
wherever that may have been.
Right. Stardew Valley, Time at Portia, Dinkum, they all have this thing where you only save when you sleep. And that means that, you got to wrap it up if you have to go away. Like I have to go out somewhere with the Duchess. Time to end the day, I guess, whatever I'm doing, like stop. And B, I've had a couple of bugs in Dinkum where like the game just freezes. There's nothing I can do. I lost everything since the morning. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
very annoying.
infuriating. We don't need to be doing that. There's no real reason for that. Let us just save the game. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason. for it.
I mean that's the thing here as well, because you'll go through quite a tough section of the game and then get killed, and then have to do it all again.
Mhm.
You know what I
Very
mean? And you're like,
frustrating.
oh God. But you know what? It's not as bad as Fear on the 360, because that game was shockingly bad with checkpoints.
Yeah, I don't.
And that was
remember if
Monolith
2 was
as well.
that bad as well.
Monolith as well.
don't know. I need to play Fear 2 again because that game is just.
Fear's good. The original Fear's fine on PC. 360, the issue I had, it was a checkpoint system, so there was no save anywhere. And I literally did a checkpoint when I had probably a quarter of a bar of health left in a really tough section of the game, and that was it. There was no way I could do it because I was like respawn dead. You know what I mean? Because there was no way of doing it with that little health left.
Right.
But this isn't quite as bad as that. There are quite a few health packs dotted around the areas, so it's not quite as difficult as that. But it's still decent, honestly. I mean, I'm guessing you could pick this up for literally pennies. And it's still a really great horror game. The atmosphere is great. So
Just play it. Everybody play
it.
Condemned.
Play it.
Play it.
Cheap as chips. Back over to you, Duke.
Nope, I got nothing else. Rocket
Nothing
League,
else.
Dinkum, Minecraft.
Oh, I guess I better carry
You're
on.
lucky
then.
I played that garden game, or else I have
Yeah,
nothing.
it is. Yeah, it is. So I'll talk a little bit about a recommendation by Antonio
Okay.
from the last few weeks when he's been on the show, and he kept going, play that Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's really good.
Yeah, he liked it.
Bloody great. Just give it a go.
Everybody
So I
should play
did.
it.
And I've played a lot of this game so far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this game is good.
Are you playing it on the?
Well, I've mainly been playing this on the 360. I'm not got one of them anymore. On the Series S. So this
Steam
is
Deck.
it's on. No, I've been playing on Series S. It's on Game Pass. So yeah, it's been on the Series S, on the big telly, normal size screen and all
on
that
the
stuff.
proper telly, because it's
On
a
the
proper
proper
game,
telly.
Stu. It's not
It's a
for a
proper
piddly
game.
little fucking thing.
Yeah, it's not for that
Proper
little
game for
fucking
proper
thing.
gamers.
But then later on in the week, I just streamed it to the Steam Deck.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I did.
And it
Why
worked
not?
all right.
It worked fine, actually. The streaming worked really well. It was smooth. It was smooth. It was. But no, it's. Do you know what? When you talk about decent voice acting, this has got very good voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good scripting, good dialogue. It's funny. Characters are really good. It's weird though because you've got used to the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
That's the problem.
Uh-huh.
And how all those sort of characters look.
Chris Pratt.
And yeah, these don't look anything like them. I'm guessing these are more based on the proper characters in the comics, I suppose.
I
I don't know.
don't know.
Group's just the same.
I
so
think they've
that's
just
fine.
decided that like
And Rocket,
the
it's just the
Marvel gaming universe shall never cross over with the
film,
the
universe.
movies.
universe.
So like they did it with the Avengers.
I mean,
they've
it's
done
got
it
to
with
be
the Guardians.
so hard to keep track of it all in Star Wars, because there's so many books and games and
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean. Like,
What's the
good grief!
point?
Wow,
I agree.
keep the canon straight. You gotta keep it all sorted. Sorry, Stu, you were
But
saying.
yeah, anyway, I would totally agree with Antonio. I feel this is a massively underrated game.
I really want to play this game. I've always wanted to play
It's
it
good.
now.
It's very linear, so don't expect big open areas because there aren't any.
Oh, I'm not.
You know, no, it's a very linear, story-driven. Like I say, it's just cool. It's just really, really cool. The
It's just bloody
banter,
cool.
loads of banter. There's lots
Bants.
of bants with the characters.
Mad Bands.
Mad bants, which is similar. That's how the movie is. You know, that's how these
Yeah,
characters
so
are.
bants,
They're
mad
mad
bants.
bants with each other.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, give it. Just play it. Just play it.
play it.
Just play it, man.
Stu, you've got to think of new things to say. You can't
I
just
know,
say
just play it. It's on Steam Deck though. Just play it. It's not on Steam Deck. It's on Cloud. It's on Game Pass. It's stuff. Just play it. No, it's good. I totally agree with Antonio.
No, it's good.
It is good. It's good. And then I played a recommendation by Duke. I'm playing recommendations left, right, and center.
Oh, Stu is except the Duke recommendation I said about Played Up.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Played it up,
This
Jack that fool.
is a recommendation by Duke, and I
was that?
played and finished it in one sitting
Go
on
on.
the Steam Deck, and it's perfect for that platform.
What is it?
Assemble with Kerr.
Oh yeah. I love that game. I just played through it again like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, do you know what? It absolutely, it's like it was made for the Steam Deck.
Sure.
Because what's kind of works really, really
It's not
well.
touchscreen though, is it?
No. What's cool,
okay.
but on the
The
Steam
back
Deck, there are...
buttons. The back button.
No, nothing to do with you only use one thing, which is the touchpad. So on either side, underneath the analog sticks, you've got two square touchpads, which work brilliantly because you pick up the screwdriver and you just swipe to the right to undo it, or swipe to the left to tighten it
that
up.
does sound good.
And it just works, and it just spins and comes open. Yeah, there's nothing difficult about this game. It's very straightforward.
The story is kind
But
of
the story's
tedious.
great.
It's a good story, but
I like the
the
story.
narrative structure, it just I don't know, I feel like it went on and on and on, and like the characters are
Really?
kind of like the little girl, like I don't know how to get me game working.
Oh yeah, she was a little bit annoying.
But anyway, it's a great game. I love the gameplay.
It is it's so intuitive, and I love the way that just stuff works. It's just cool doing stuff like fixing a watch or fixing a camera for someone.
And it's a good variety of things too. Like there's a sign for the store, there's a phone that's not working, but it's got some complexity in terms of like where the wires go and stuff, but it's not mind-numbing with the.
No,
they
it took
keep it
me.
simple.
Well, I can tell you actually. Let me have a look. I'll tell you how long it took me to finish.
It's like a 2-hour gameplay, maybe.
It
2 hours the
took
first time.
me 2.3 hours.
There you go.
So it just took me over 2 hours to finish it. It was good. I mean, I liked the little bit at the end where it was almost a bit portally and like, now you've learned all this stuff, fix this really complicated thing.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I kind of like that. And I didn't find it that complicated, to be honest. The last thing, I found it.
No, it's
good.
the most complicated, but it's still not very complicated. So.
No. And I like the story. I mean, obviously you weren't that enamored with the story, but I kind of like it.
You know,
I
I shouldn't say the story's bad. It's just that it felt like the pacing was slow, and I wanted them to kind of move more quickly through it. So, it's a decent story, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's just kind of, glues everything together, I guess, and the reason you're doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, terrible business. terrible.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't imagine you make a lot of money off of
No,
that.
I don't think you
Certainly
got
not to
paid
be
once.
traveling around the world. Like, give me a break. Imagine
Yeah.
going to London and
Yeah.
being like, "Hey, need anything fixed? Because I just came here from America and I'm, paying my way through the."
I've just paid $100 for all these flyers, and I've got loads of customers, but no one's giving me any money.
Yeah, I'll fix your watch. $20.
No, just be
A
thankful.
Rolex, just
because
give
I
it to
feel
me and
better.
I'll fix it. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll help you
Um,
reconnect with your sister.
I did make a little bit of a mess of the music box, right? Because I put everything together. I'm like, why is it not working?
Right. That actually is the one that stumped me again. My most recent playthrough, which is I think my third, because
Yeah.
the music box is a little tricky. But
You got to put the cogs in the right order. That's what I hadn't realized.
yeah, and I think it's a different order than you start with, which is why it's broken.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of that as well.
Yeah. But you'll
And
get
the projector as well. I didn't realize, why is there 2 slots for mirrors when one of them clearly you don't ever use? Made no
Yeah,
sense.
it's strange. I don't
Almost
get it.
just
I
a
think they're trying to
trigger.
catch you out.
Yeah, which they did
Yep.
for a second or two, and I'm like, why is it not going up? And then I realized. But other than that, I was really impressed with this game. I don't know if they've made anything else since or prior to
No,
this.
I think this is just the one. No, that's not true. I'll find out. I
they
looked it
probably-
up
they've
recently,
probably-
but
They've probably made other stuff, but it was good. It's really good. Final thing I played was, and I said I would do this, is Half-Life 2.
oh yeah,
Because why wouldn't you?
Why
And
wouldn't you?
talking of games that have aged well, compared to Condemned, you'd have thought these came out in completely different decades.
well yeah.
When you
They
see-
made Monument Valley.
Oh, really?
That's what this. It's called Us Two Games, and yeah,
Oh,
they made
never
Monument
knew
Valley.
that.
So.
I quite like Monument Valley as well. That's
I've not played it, but it's on Steam now, so one of these
Yeah,
days.
it's good. Yes, it's hard to believe how old Half-Life 2 is.
Yeah, it is.
2005.
Yeah, I know. Same year.
2004.
Same year. No, it might have been 4 even. Might have been the year
2004.
before.
I think it's 4.
You look at Condemned, and you look at this game, and it's just they're just poles apart, literally poles apart, and it really does show you how much further ahead Valve was than any other game company at the time.
It
this
is
was made.
2004. 2004.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
I didn't want to play it now. It's a timeless. You know, like when you say a film is timeless. This is kind of a timeless game because I think if you played this in another 15 years,
Yeah.
it would still be
fine.
absolutely fine. You would not go. The only real way you notice the age of this game is the loading. You know, where it pauses to load the next stuff in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it didn't have those, you would never realize how old this game was. It really wouldn't. It just looks so good. And I feel like they must have, continually be updating this game, because there was some of that like I did today, and I'm like, I don't even remember that in the original game when I played it. I maybe just forgot about.
I think you might have forgot.
Yeah, but I'm just like,
They wouldn't change some of the game.
No. It just felt like
no.
something had been added.
It's
Felt
something
like something
special
had
on the Steam Deck.
I don't think it is. But
No.
needless to say, on the Steam Deck, it's set at very high. It looks great.
Yeah.
It just plays so well. The only thing I would say about the Steam Deck, which if you've got all sorts of combined soldiers who are really in the distance, they look so tiny. You're just like squinting to aim at them. The only thing I would say, the default controls for the Steam Deck are terrible because it automatically enables the gyro on it.
Oh God.
So, as you know, first-person platforming is terrible at the best of times.
Yeah.
But when there's first-person platforming, also a gyro
When you have to.
doing its thing at the same time as you're trying to control, where stuff is and getting in a straight line on top of a narrow pipe. And then the gyro's sort of moving the screen around and stuff. I'm like, nope. So I went into the setting. It was very easy to turn off. It just gives you the different control scheme. So I just put the classic control scheme on. Bob's your uncle's. It was absolutely fine. You can use this with the touchpads if you want to use like a mouse aimer. So rather than sort of having it set up with the analogs, that you can have it like aiming with mouse, or like I say, the actual setup is to have it aiming with the gyroscope, which kind of works fine. If you're just shooting stuff, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
But it's because it's on the same places controlling it.
Hmm.
Yeah, again though, this game is challenging. You forget, like I've just done the bit with the, where you have to fight the helicopter on the airboat.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
Well,
that took me about
that was
3 goes.
one of Half-Life's downfalls. Half-Life 2's downfalls is that any time you have to control a vehicle, it's just fucking awful.
Yeah.
Right.
You keep ending up backwards and stuff, and you're like, oh my god,
It's really bad.
Again though, it's everyone complained about the airboat section and said, oh god, it takes so long to go through it. It doesn't feel that long. I mean, I've played this game about 6 times now, so I guess I'm probably
It's funny, isn't
viewing
it?
it
Sometimes when
differently.
you go back, I remember like Ravenholm, like dreading Ravenholm.
yeah.
The last time I played it, which was a while ago now, but I remember thinking, oh god, I don't want to do Ravenholm. And then I
Yeah.
got through it, and I was like, oh, it was really short actually. Like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it
So
isn't as long
it's-
as you
it's
think,
funny,
is it?
isn't Yeah.
I've just got to Ravenholm, so I've literally that's how much of this I've already played.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, when you played it so many times, you whiz through it a lot faster.
You do,
I mean,
yeah.
with
Yeah,
no one.
yeah.
And I've just found weirdly, I found an area I hadn't found before, which is kind of funny. One of the lambda markers I've found on the airboat, and I hadn't come across it before. And I'm like, I don't think I've seen this before. So it is weird that I've played this game so many times and never seen this one particular.
I've only
area.
played episode 1 and 2 once.
I played episode 1 twice, I think, or
Yeah.
possibly 3 times.
So-
Episode 2 I've only played once because that game is.
That game qualifies as it's 10 years old, so I can play it.
Yeah, you should do it. You should do that.
You know, anything over 10 years old, you just forget anyway.
So few people played episode 2, Loads of people.
episode 2 is like
What's wrong with y'all?
almost like better than 2 and episode 1.
Yeah.
Anyway, episode 2 is so great.
But yeah, if you want a game that stands up to today's standards, this is that game. Millie's boyfriend's never played it. He bought it in this last
Well,
Steam
he's
sale.
just Gen Zer, isn't he? He doesn't
I know.
know,
I'm just
so-
like, gotta play it. So he's got it now. So I'm hoping he will play it at some
He
point.
won't give a shit
Oh,
about it.
so good. So good. He has put
I showed
180.
Madeline this when she was like into Gary's Mod, and she was like, "Oh, this is that element from Gary's Mod. Oh, that's that character from Gary's Mod." It's like, no, Gary's Mod. This is where they're from. This is where they're from.
This is where
They're not from Gary's
not the
Mod.
other way
This is
around.
where they're from.
That is funny.
So
So good though. But yeah, again, and I know I repeat myself a lot, but if you've never played Half-Life 2, do yourself a favor.
Stu,
I didn't say it. I just said do yourself
I've
a
got
favor.
to ban you from doing that
You
because
know
you
what I-
end
you know what
every
I'm
game
saying?
with, "If you haven't played it, just play it," because it's the most
Do yourself a
useless, redundant
favor,
thing.
'cause it's amazing.
Nope.
Do yourself
Say
a
something
favor.
else.
So. Anyway,
Cool. Half-Life 2, excellent.
it is. It is excellent.
I've never played Half-Life 1. Anyway,
I know. Well, I've bloody told you to play the Half-Life 2 version.
You
of
told
it.
everyone to play it.
No, he was
It
meant
all
to
runs
play
together,
my
we
game,
can't
bitch,
keep-
and then he never did it.
yeah, I got bored
Yeah.
of that. So
Shame on him.
Yeah, shame on him.
Shame.
Black Mesa, so good.
Okay.
Right. So is that all the games we've been playing?
Yes, I think it is.
All right.
That's
We got
everything.
news. Gaming news.
Yeah, we have got a little bit of news.
All right.
Putting news first.
Better be good.
Okay, talking of Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah.
One of our favorite games here on the Veteran Gamers.
Yes.
Developer Future Lab has launched a new initiative that will enable players to opt in and help independent researchers from Oxford University's Internet Institute gather data for its research on gaming and mental health.
Okay.
So from today, which was August the 18th, Steam players that select the Research Edition drop-down option Power Wash Simulator's Properties Betas menu, whatever that sounds a bit complicated, will gain access.
Oh, says the man who spent 4 hours setting up a Steam Deck
Yeah.
with Linux.
That is true. Future Lab calls a one-of-a-kind anonymous research study centered around the well-being of Power Wash Simulator's players that also aims to deliver insights into the larger discourse of gaming and mental health.
We want to watch your brain when you play.
So I don't know what exactly that means or what it's going to be
Just
doing.
watch your brain when you play.
So it looks at players' progress, other general gameplay activities that will be provided to the researchers for analysis, plus a second type made up of responses given direct. So they'll ask some
If we assume good faith, I think it's cool that, mental health professionals are looking at the possibilities of some games to presumably help alleviate anxiety, stress, maybe depression. I don't know. But if they're going to do that, they need to do the flip side. They need to do some studies of Rocket League players to see if they can figure out what the fuck is wrong with those sour, angry children on that game.
Exactly.
Because ain't nobody relaxing playing Rocket League. Let me tell you what.
Amazon Leak says Tales from the Borderlands follow-up is out this October. So basically, Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah,
right, Tales from the Borderlands was a Telltale game.
Yes.
Right.
Which is one of the best Telltale games they ever made. It's hilarious.
It is good. It is good. I did play it.
Play it. Just do yourself a favor. Play it.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, anyway, out of nowhere, Gearbox appears to be doing a follow-up. Which is going to launch on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, PS5 on the 21st of October, Switch and PC. It's on everything. I don't know whether this is going to be a Telltale-style game, though. Don't know. Is it going to be that sort of game, or is it?
Gearbox is not known for making Telltale-style games, but
no. So
I mean, they did branch out. The latest game they made was the Tiny Tina's Adventurelands, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious about that. I've not got it yet, but I can see myself playing that at some point. And it shows that they're interested in, being innovative in various ways. So
it looks cool. I mean,
it just means their Borderland train has stopped.
Yeah, so
I hope not. Borderlands 3 is a great game. I loved it. I want 4.
No one cares about it no more.
Whatever, it sold a bunch. I want to
non-gaming news, but Ferris Bueller's Day Off is getting a spin-off film.
What?
From the Cobra Kai creator. So basically, it's going to hear me out, man.
I know Cobra. You love Cobra Kai, and it might be a great show. I just get real nervous when they start vivisecting everything I love because there's more money to be made. There might be more stories to be told, but I also think some things you just leave them the fuck alone.
Now, just bear in mind, this is just a movie. It's not a TV show.
I know.
It's literally a movie.
Shit, I'm trying to think of an example of a movie that shouldn't have been made.
Okay. Before
Absolutely fabulous. Terrible movie.
Terrible movie.
But I'll take your word for it.
Before I tell you, what do you think the spin-off is gonna be?
Something about Cameron's father.
Cameron's father, right? Okay. Chinny, any ideas? What this
I've never
spin-off
watched it. I don't care.
Or what happened to Ferris when he? You should watch it. It's a good movie.
It is a
what
great
happened
movie.
to him when he went to college?
No.
No, it's going to be like him now, isn't it? Old.
No. Basically, it's going to be centered on the valets who nicked the car to go for a spin.
What does that have to do with Ferris Bueller? Nothing.
It's titled Sam and Victor's Day Off. That's what it's going to be called.
I mean, whatever. It doesn't sound like it has anything to do with Ferris Bueller.
Well, it doesn't. It's a spin-off, man. It's to do with two of the characters that nobody really
whatever. I'm not nearly as mad as I was. I don't really even care now.
So they're going in
it sounds like it's going to be
two
goofy dudes doing goofy stuff with a car.
I'm guessing that's kind of what I'm thinking.
By the way, Borderlands 3, 15 million. That's not nothing.
Never heard of it.
I'm thinking
Borderlands 3?
Never heard of
the
it.
Borderlands 3.
All 15 million, never played that.
Type thing is what I'm thinking.
Sorry, what, Stu?
Hot tub time machine type thing I'm thinking is what this is going to be. Maybe. Who knows?
Anyway, Days Gone movie adaptation in the works.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you think? I mean, zombie film, guess.
I mean, we could always do with another zombie film.
Zombie with high-speed zombies, like, I don't know, 28 days later. We've not had one of those before.
Or World War Z.
Or World War Z.
Or my dog stepped on a bee.
There you go.
Okay.
Talking of cash, Microsoft, cooking simulator on the Game Pass.
Yeah.
They paid $600,000 to get that on there.
God damn.
$600,000. It isn't. It's not. That's cheap.
I mean, okay.
Yeah,
whatever they pay for Power Wash Simulator is fucking paid off.
Yeah, they did. Do you know how much he paid for Guardians of the Galaxy?
Tenner.
No.
They reckon between $5 and $10 million they paid to have that.
They got to put money down, man, because it's a game that's available for free. Obviously it's a subscription, but they have to pay it out.
$5 and $10 million, man. So 600,000 is a snip, even if it's a bit terrible.
If I made a game that was shit and Microsoft came knocking at me, saying, "Here's
Did it?
500 grand."
Here's 600
How
grand.
much did they
for
pay to
nothing.
get the Killer's Dream on the indie games platform? That's
Oh, they paid a fortune for
Yeah.
that.
$700
Death
million.
Stranding, you know that game where you just put a parcel on your back and shit.
Interesting game news just keeps coming.
It's coming to PC Game Pass on August 23rd, so that's this
Right.
week.
Okay.
So you want to walk around with a parcel delivering shit? It's a
Nope.
weird
Like anybody fucking
post-apocalyptic
gives a
world.
shit.
Yeah.
Nope.
There's a new Ghostbusters game coming out for October.
It's
You
not
know,
very
ready
good.
for Halloween.
It's not very good.
Spirits Unleashed. It's a 4v1. It's
Yeah.
one of those run around try and kill
Oh, at
everybody.
least we can always play Evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's some
basically.
news that I know myself and a lot of people are excited about.
Okay, you want a drum roll?
Yeah, give us a drum roll because it's gonna need one.
Okay.
Okay. You can now pre-order Bayonetta 3 at Amazon for 42 quid, which is about 7 quid off the retail price.
gives a shit.
So if you want to get it a bit cheaper, now's the time to pre-order it ready for your Switch.
Stop saying hello.
So there you go.
All right, so that's the end of the news.
That's the end of the news.
Emails?
Yeah, we have got an email.
Okay.
I know we're doing quite well tonight.
Whoa, that ruled.
Hey,
So,
Stu,
yes,
I've just had a thought.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What if
What if what?
for the next 4 shows,
Yeah.
I make notes of who sends in emails,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
And then what
you're gonna
happens?
draw a name for a shirt.
Oh, I see what you did there. That's a
Wow.
good idea. I like that.
Yeah, go for it.
so
Yeah, do
email
it.
the show podcast at Veteran Games.
Now we're gonna get
Okay.
700 emails.
Now,
And then
can I just
if you're
say,
already a Patreon, then you get 2.
yeah, can I
There you
just
go.
say the first person to email in tonight lives in Australia?
I will still
Oh,
send
yeah.
it to somebody in
Dinkum.
Australia.
Wow, that's impressive.
Wow, that's
I
very
do,
nice.
we do it because we love the listeners,
So this
Yeah.
email
and
is
also
from,
money.
is from Aussie Pilot J.
All right.
We've not
Bloody
heard of
hell.
him for a while. Bloody hell, mate.
I'm just gonna do it once.
And he says this hack job. So
Bonza.
can you guess what this email is about? Hack job.
Um,
Well, that was
something
quite
game
good. That
where
was
you
like
saw
harmonized.
things. I don't know what.
Oh, so you're close. You're very, very close.
House flipper.
No, here we go. I'll tell you anyway. Hey,
Go ahead.
guys.
Hey,
Hello.
You might guess what the hack job refers to in the first sentence, but here we go.
bloody magnificent Arvo.
Since
Sorry,
the
go ahead.
price of GPUs has finally returned to a normal level,
Yeah.
normal level, a normal level even, I recently upgraded to a 3080.
Oh.
Oh, somebody's fancy pants.
But when I went to install it, I came across a problem Stu would be familiar with.
Oh yes, I've
Uh-oh.
also come
Oh
across.
God, he's cutting a hole in his case. Don't do what Stu does.
The beast wouldn't fit in my PC case by about
Get
2
a bigger case.
millimeters.
Nope. Give me that hacksaw.
So I did the only thing that was right to do. I
It's
pulled
so
out
wrong.
the trusty hacksaw and made it fit.
I imagine like
you know what? For some reason, this makes so much more sense from someone in Australia.
Why?
because they're just
I-
rustic. You know what I mean? They just
Yeah,
get
you
stuff
know, like,
done.
hey, just make it happen. Just crack out the back of it and
I
shove
ima-
the thing in.
I
and get it
imagine
done like that.
the tool to be he just reaches to the side, grabs the
It's
nearest
right there next.
grabs the nearest kangaroo with boxing gloves, right? And then causes the kangaroo to punch a dent like outwards in the PC case. And then it fits in. I imagine that's what an Australian
Reach
would do.
past that giant tarantula and hand me this big saw over there, would you?
No, it's totally
No, the
not.
tarantula's handed him the saw. There you
Oh,
go, mate.
tarantula, hand me that.
There you go.
Bonza.
Hey, why are you
Yeah.
fucking there, mate? Give me the fucking
Try
hammer.
this. Try this.
Yeah, while you're over there. Now
my
go make us a
quest-
cup of tea.
My question is though, what game should I get to show off the newfound power?
Solitaire.
I got the power.
Solitaire.
Power.
So play
Uh,
Mahjong.
Minesweeper.
Mahjong.
Oh yeah. Gotcha Garden. That's a pretty nice.
There's
game.
only one question here.
Dinkum, man. If you're in Australia and you have a PC, you should be playing Dinkum.
There's only
'cause
one
it's
question.
made for you by you. Go ahead.
Does it play Crisis.
My
Crisis.
my bloody
That is the
calculator
question.
can play Crisis now.
No. They did a new upgraded, like remade version, and that crippled even like 3090s and stuff.
Well, don't
on
play
full
that then.
setting.
Don't play that then. Do you know what I mean?
Dumb
So
game that
try.
doesn't
Does
run
it
well.
play
Don't
the
play that.
new Crisis?
No,
That's what you've
no.
got to ask yourself.
No.
No.
Give it a go. Tell us how it went.
Does
Tell
it
us how
play
went.
Minecraft?
Does it play
Just
Crisis?
There you
just
go.
play whatever game you want to play on it. Stop like trying to fucking rag it. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, obviously the answer is like Elden Ring or something, like max settings.
Yeah,
No,
Elden
Elden
Ring's
Ring
right.
On the other
is
hand,
not-
that game
Elden
will
Ring's
make you
not
tear
that.
your hair out.
No, Elden
Well,
Ring isn't
my
that
point
sort of
is,
big a deal
it's
to
just a
run.
tool to play the
No,
game.
I'm thinking about like the latest game that's got
Cyberpunk
AAA
is
graphics.
Yeah,
with
but
all the ray tracing turned on,
but
that's what it
my
needs to
thing
run.
is, it's just a tool. It's just a device.
Yeah, well,
play the
there's that.
game that you want to play.
Yeah, but if you're going to
Stop-
sink all that time and money sawing open your case, you want to show it off. You want to be like, look at those graphics.
Look
And the
at
answer,
that.
therefore, is Skyrim.
No, okay, totally.
Skyrim.
No,
Yeah.
if you really want to try it, right, you really want to show it off, see what it can do. Cyberpunk with full ray tracing, full settings.
Really?
That will test it out.
Well,
Rocket League?
I could turn it on my PC. I could turn all the ray tracing stuff on, but I couldn't move. As soon as I moved, it was like
to be
2
fair,
frames a second.
Cyberpunk wouldn't even work on my fucking Xbox One,
No,
let
it
alone
No.
let alone a PC.
Yeah, but you didn't have ray tracing.
Yeah, you did have ray tracing. So that's if you really
ray
want to
tracing.
test it.
Oh my god.
That's
You know what?
wanna try.
I did the thing with the Minecraft where it had the ray tracing, and I was like, this looks like Optifine. I mean, it's a little better than Optifine. So, like, whatever. Ray
Oh
tracing.
my god, you are so stupid. You can't believe
Sir,
this.
shouldn't you buckle up, sir? Buckle this.
It's
Ludicrous
com-
speed.
It's
Go.
completely different. The ray section is so different. You don't even know
Uh-huh.
the difference.
I don't think I know.
So I'm gonna
720
annihilate.
and 1080. So there you go.
Mm.
All right. So that's your answer, Skyrim.
Yeah.
Anything
Did you
else in
play
that
Crysis?
email?
Yes, says I've been playing a lot more of Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is absolutely phenomenal.
Play that then.
I'm sure
now
the
I have all
graphics on that are good.
sliders set to ultra.
Yeah.
I always think it's kind of funny
Yeah.
because he sent me links to YouTube videos of him because he takes people on pleasure flights and stuff.
How does he?
Like
Yeah.
actually flying?
Yeah, he's a pilot. He's a pilot in
Oh,
real
okay.
life.
I got you.
But
Oh,
he,
right.
he does love a bit of the old Microsoft Flight Simulator too.
Perfectly level flying is the supreme challenge of the scale model pilot.
Which I've flown.
randomly, I was playing snooker with a pilot this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he had a
Was he
really
a
good.
Stone Temple?
No,
pilot?
he had a really good voice. He was like, "Hi, so what do you do for a career?" And I was like, "Why do you sound like you're on the fucking radio?"
Because he has to give announcements all
Yeah.
the time. If you had to give announcements, you'd develop a good voice too.
And I was
what
like,
are you gonna
"What?"
do?
Yeah.
Over on the right side of the plane, you're gonna see some things. No, if you look out the right side, like eventually you would build that. I have a teacher voice because I'm a teacher.
Did
If
he
you look
did he do this while you were playing? Did he go? I am currently walking around the table, about to take my shot into the right hand pocket. If you'll sit down and wait patiently with your seatbelt on, I will let you
Then
know when I
won't
finish
shove
my
the
shot.
stick up your ass.
No, so I was like, "Oh, what do you do?" And he's like, "Oh," he was being coy about it at first. "Oh, I work at the airport." I was like,
Oh, he was trying to brag about being a pilot.
I
No,
work
no,
at
no,
the
no,
airport.
no. I was. He
He was
wasn't.
doing the opposite. He was
He
doing
was
the
doing the
opposite.
opposite.
Oh, okay.
I said that he just said he worked at the airport, and I was digging. I was like,
Oh.
"Well, what do you do at the airport?" And he
You
was
should
like,
have
"Well,"
said, "You the reason all those bags are stacked up." Is
Yeah.
that what you're
Throw
telling me?
bags around.
And
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah,
"Well, what
he
do you do at
throws-
the airport?" And he's like, "Well, I work on the plane." And I was like, and then he just sort of gave up, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm a pilot. I'm a pilot." And I was like,
Wow, why do you not start
like-
with that?
and then my immediate response was, "I knew there was something wrong with your voice."
That's so funny.
And then you said, if I was a pilot, I have a big shirt that said, I am a pilot.
"Yeah, I would just wear the uniform constantly."
Of course, when throwers discover a vibrating object, we always
Yeah.
refer
But
to
I
it
didn't-
with
I
the
didn't press
indefinite
him.
article, the vibrator, never your vibrator.
Wow,
don't-
I have no idea what the
I
hell
don't know
you
what-
want
I
That's
don't
from
know
Fight Club. Hello.
Welcome to the flower shop.
All I heard was you, Duke, talking about vibrators. That's all I
Because
heard.
it's the scene. Oh, they say dildo. It's dildo in Fight Club.
Oh, dildo. That makes so much more sense.
I still wouldn't have got it. Anyway,
Yeah.
I met a pilot. That's the end of that. What's the email say?
Time to watch more Fight Club, I think.
He
Go ahead.
says, not sure if Stu still has it installed. I do, in fact, have it still installed. I've not
Oh,
played it
yeah.
for
What do you
a
think he's going to
long,
play
long
next on
time.
his Steam thingy?
You can't play it on the Steam Deck.
Ah, crap.
I know, exactly.
What if you spend another 6
Uh,
hours on Linux?
But the Top
There's
Gun
got to be a
add-on,
way.
Top Gun add-on stuff is pretty fun.
Top Gun add-on.
Yeah, they've added all the
What's-
jet fighters and stuff. From
Is
Top
Tom
Gun
Cruise
into
hanging out the
Microsoft
back of it? Is he?
Yes, it's totally. Have you seen it, by the way?
No,
It's
Stuart,
pretty good.
I've heard.
although it shows as Steam Deck unsupported due to controller mapping, Microsoft Flight Simulator Crash Fix is included in the Proton 7.02 release
Oh, I
notes,
should have
so it is
realised
supported
that.
with the current version of Proton 7.03 and it
Oh my
regressed to
God, why
crashing.
did I not realize this?
Oh my god, you gotta do it,
It'll
dude.
run like dog shit. So what's the point?
Of course, that's not the point.
Well, you
Yeah,
could say,
well-
"What's the point of Flight Simulator?" Full stop. If you really,
Point.
if you really, sorry, but you know, I know.
Imagine playing it with gyro, dude.
I
This
can't
has
wait.
800 upvotes on the Steam Deck
It'd
Reddit.
be like
I was
me
just gonna say
playing.
people love it with the gyro. I have read people who have played this using
Yeah,
some sort of
exactly.
streaming thing.
It'd be like me
Yeah.
playing
It's amazing.
video editor simulator. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well-
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, you say that, right? But Aussie flight pilot Jay, he goes to places in the world he couldn't fly, you know, because he can only really fly around Australia and probably only a very small part of that.
Well, with that attitude, yeah, you got to just
So,
tell
you
people.
know,
I'm sorry.
when I
Listen, we're
went with
going on
him,
an adventure now.
We went on an adventure around Greenland and sort of around the
Yeah.
Arctic Circle.
I heard there's
and all
these
that
cool
kind of stuff.
caves
It's
where
so fucking cool.
boys play soccer in South Korea like to hang out. Let's go
So
find
great.
those.
And we tried to land at really difficult to land at airports, so we did that for a bit.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Apparently, Stu, by the way, this is streamed from the PC via Moonlight.
Yeah,
Whatever the hell
Moonlight.
that
That's
is.
what I saw. Yeah,
Right.
Moonlight. I've heard of that.
Moonlight.
There's that. Ugh.
And one of which I can't remember. Is it St. Kitts? It's one of the little Caribbean islands, and you basically the beginning of the runway is at a 45-degree angle, so you have to sort of come over and then down onto it. All right,
That's suspicious.
and literally the end of the runway is the sea. So at
Is
the
that the
other
one
end
on
of
the
runway-
beach?
That's weird.
Yeah, no, that's in Greece somewhere.
Because that
the
one's
one that
famous,
we go-
isn't it? Because everybody
Yeah.
takes photos and videos of the.
But this
plane.
is famous as well for the similar reasons because it's such a fucking ridiculous airport.
I might
and
Google
it's
that. I
really
might
difficult to
Google
land.
hard airports to land.
And you have to have a special license to land at it. You can't just have a standard pilot's license.
I
You've
don't.
got to have another.
What are they gonna do?
license.
Some tiny island? What are you gonna do?
And the other really difficult one to land at is.
I land where I want to land.
There is
I know,
no,
yeah.
there is one I've read about once. Stu. There's a
Not
runway
playing.
and it's upside down.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's
You have to
impressive.
land with the tail fin.
It's
That's
really,
suspicious.
it's really
Uh,
hard to land on
the,
it.
the other one.
In fact, no one's ever landed on it.
the other one that's really difficult is Everest Base Camp. So there's one
What?
sort of on the side of Mount
Oh,
Everest.
the Everest base. Oh my god.
Base Camp runway.
They
is
should just
ridiculous.
close Mount Everest, man. I'm so sick of hearing about this.
I've heard
People
like
are
the
dying up
because
there.
when I went
So
when,
ridiculous.
when I went
enormous lines of people just trying to get selfies.
when I went up Snowdonia, which is I believe the same thing.
Totally the same.
Like there was a queue at the top, and apparently
Yeah.
Mount Everest is like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
dozens and dozens and dozens of people
Ugh.
just standing around.
Although
waiting,
you are more
"Ah, I
likely to
climbed Everest."
die on Mount Everest. than
I
I
don't
just-
know.
Well,
I don't know. That
I
halfway
don't know.
cafe on
That's what you
Snowdonia, that
say.
was pretty ropey. All right. That cafe at
All right, anything
Snowdonia was
more on
ropey.
that email, or are we done with emails now?
Yeah, we're done. But Top Gun Maverick,
Okay.
by the way, is pretty.
Yes,
good.
Top Gun Maverick. Just see
Um,
it. Everybody should just see it.
But we
Maverick.
actually we watched another movie this week, dude, because we
Oh,
were,
yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, we
what's
had
that?
freedom and stuff. We could go out and stuff. We went to watch Nope.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
Not a lot.
Oh, it's so good.
And no, do you know what? I feel, and I'm not. I
Oh,
mean
you're
this
so
in the nicest
wrong.
possible way, Duke.
Oh, you just don't. You're not thinking enough about
I
it.
feel like it's one of those movies that people want to say they like just so they can say they like it.
Okay, you can think that if you want.
I'm just
I
saying.
was uncertain when I came out, and then the Duchess and I talked about it for like 3 hours, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. And now
Whoa,
there's
what
this
can
and
you
this.
talk about for 3 hours about that movie?
Why is it called Gordy's Home?
Don't.
Well, what I want to know
Don't.
is
Hey.
why
what
did
the
they
fuck
take
are
it
you
out?
Chinny,
doing?
are you trying to be on blackout
Yes.
for this? Okay,
Yeah,
first of all,
'cause it's-
it's been like a month. You need to go see it.
Fuck
you do.
off.
Secondly, you're right. Okay. I'm done talking about it then.
Why does it take an hour before anything happens? That's what I want to know.
Stop.
Stop it.
He said stop. We stop.
I love
All right.
Jordan Peele's movies.
I
Me
do.
too, and that's why I
Stop
saw
it.
it opening weekend. I don't
I
just
do.
say
I didn't know. It's not been out a month here.
Yeah, it has. It's been out ages.
Well, I haven't. Okay.
No, to be fair,
All right,
it's
well,
been about
let's
2
pivot.
weeks.
I'll
It's
talk
been
about a movie
2
I
weeks.
saw, which is as important, as literary, as relevant to the world. Downton Abbey: A New Era. So,
Oh, but you
Nice.
love that. You love a bit of Downton Abbey.
you know what? I do love a bit of Downton Abbey, and in general, the stories in this movie were okay, but the pacing was ridiculous. That show went on for 6 seasons. The reason we like it is because there's lots of scenes of people sort of staring at each other and aristocratically not talking about things. This movie is like, oh, I feel like this. Oh, how do you think about this? Oh, everyone's just letting their emotions gush out of them. I'm like, no, that's not how Downton Abbey works.
That's
What
not
are
how
you doing?
British.
Exactly.
They're the British work. We don't work like that. We don't say how we feel.
Right. Right,
Okay.
but we then watched a documentary film called More Manners of Downton Abbey, and it's the social etiquette advisor to Downton Abbey talking about how the houses were run, and it was really interesting. So if you got Peacock, check that out.
What about
And
this
who has
though?
Peacock and why? Nobody knows.
What about
Nobody.
this?
What's that?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so do we have speak pipes?
No, but before we move on, can I just say,
Whoops.
Oh, the t-shirt competition, by the way, includes speak pipes. Just to let
it
you
does
know.
include a
Okay,
speak
send a
pipe.
speak pipe.
Yeah, before we move on, can I just say, Duke loved Nope.
Yes.
I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. So Chinny will be the decider when he's been and seen
Yeah,
it eventually.
that's fine.
Like I was the decider on The Witcher and the Skyrim
Yeah,
debate,
yeah. So I
which
think
the
you should
answer
be the
was
decider.
they're both good. Stop fucking moaning.
Well, we'll see what you think about
Right.
Nope.
I think the genuine answer from The Witcher and Skyrim is like, I think it's a draw. I think it's a draw.
Yeah, cool. We'll go
Well,
with
yeah,
draw.
and
I
that
think
goes to show that
culturally-
it depends on what you like better. Do you,
You could-
like story? In which case, no Bethesda game is going to win based on story. Or do you like
it's,
the
it's
open
funny,
world?
It's funny culturally. Some might say, well, Skyrim is more culturally relevant, but The Witcher got a TV show, so like it's like
Yeah, 'cause the
Skyrim.
story's better.
Yeah, Skyrim was. I mean, it's a phenomenon, isn't it? Really, in the gaming
Yeah,
world,
oh,
it's
sure,
like
yeah,
just
yeah,
everywhere.
absolutely.
But then The Witcher got a Netflix show, and everybody loved The Witcher. So
It did, but that's based on the books rather than
yeah, I
the
know,
video
but
game.
like that's how. But it's still part of the brand, isn't it? You can't
And
just.
it shows that it shows that Witcher grew out of a book series. Like
Yeah.
that has
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to do with what kind
Yeah.
of game The Witcher is.
So I think I genuinely think that the debate between we've settled it right in 2022.
If you like books and nerd shit, then you're gonna like The
I
Witcher.
think
if you're cool, then
Skyrim-
you like Skyrim.
Skyrim and The Witcher is pretty much a fucking draw. Anyway, Harley Dan in the chat says he said this a while ago. Sorry, he's probably like asleep now. Have you guys tried the new Steam remote play together thing? Do you know what
I
that
don't
is?
even know what that is. No,
I have no idea
not
what
a
that
clue.
is. Sorry, Harley.
Do you know what that is, dude? You're more of a Steam
And,
player than me.
Nope,
XJ
I have no idea
Rider
what that is.
98 says hello. That's all. That's all. You know, Fraser was in the chat earlier. He was talking
Yeah, those
about
chats in the thing that doesn't work on the contest.
No, the chats don't work. No, you got to
The
email
chats
the
don't
show
count.
and you got to speak part
Yeah.
of the show. And also, it's one entry per.
Remote play
fucking-
together. Share your local co-op games online with friends.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, Fraser was talking about PUBGs and battle royales and whatnot. So sorry, Fraser, I missed
That's
you.
what Fraser loves.
I love
Loves all
Fraser.
that stuff.
I love Fraser. Okay. Well,
Okay.
no speak
All right,
pipes,
so no
No.
more speak plays. I guess
No
it's
more
shout out
speak-
time.
It is shout out.
Shout
time.
out.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Harley Dan is still there, so I'll shout out Harley
Harley
Dan.
Dan.
Shout out Hardly Dan. I'm also gonna shout out Hardly Dan for all the stuff. You know, for he set up a Google Docs. If you get yourself a Steam Deck, it's got loads of advice, lots of links, lots of how to dos on there. You know how to set up. Dan, let me
gotta
just
stop that.
say, Dan is crazy with his Steam
Can-
Deck. He is.
Can I pause you there, Stu?
Well, he goes crazy with everything he does.
I played-
If he was gonna make a gingerbread house, it would be like 17 floors and like
Yeah.
all this architecture.
I just played a sound effect 3 times in a row, and Duke said, "You've got to stop that."
I know. I know.
Do you know what I mean?
just
What a
saw that.
fucking
I just
hypocrite.
saw that.
I am a
Bloody
hypocrite.
what it says is you've got to. It's only funny if I'm doing it, which is
Exactly.
which
I'm
is
allowed
not
to,
true.
You're not.
because it's not funny when you're doing it either. So it's not funny when I'm doing it. Anyway,
yeah,
Dan.
but yeah. Go ahead.
But anyway, Hardly Dan has got all sorts of shit running on his
Yeah,
Steam Deck.
he loves
He's
it.
got
Yeah, he does.
Why has he got gingerbread
OBS
houses on his Steam
on
Deck?
there. He's got Stream Deck running on his Steam Deck.
Yeah.
What the hell is
So
Stream
he's
Deck?
so Stream
Stream
Deck
Deck's
is
one
what
of these.
Ginny's got one of those.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
I can't think. Yeah.
So he has a digital
I got you. It's
representation
okay.
of his
Right,
Stream
yes,
Deck
yes,
on
yes.
his Steam Deck, or is it a Steam Deck with a Stream Deck? Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
know he
so
always
he
gets-
works on the-
Parentheses
he's-
R EAM.
He basically, yeah, it's one of those. Basically, Dan said he can't believe how much other stuff he's done on it, using the desktop, that parts of it, rather than just for playing games. Because it's a
Yeah.
PC. It's literally a PC. That's what it is. Apparently it is.
Just
With
it is.
weird
I don't know.
Linux. Bit weird Linux, could I say.
Are you okay? You know.
So shout out to Dan, shout out to Valve for making such a cool piece of tech and for getting it to me really quick. Kind of impressed.
What about
All right.
Valve? Why don't you make a fucking game? How about that? Why don't you make
Yeah,
a
make
fucking
another
game?
game. Well, they did
Not
make Half-Life
just
Alyx,
desk.
to be fair.
Why don't you make a
thing.
fucking game? Not a VR bollocks,
Not a
nothing
VR
like
game.
that. Why
Not
make
a
a fucking game?
Not something
With
to
Aperture
introduce your new
Desk
tech.
Job.
Make a
thing.
Not
game
Aperture Desk Job.
with a number 3
Yeah.
in it, and we'll fucking talk again. Why? Fucking, what you doing?
Yeah.
Stop
One
it.
day. One day.
Stop it.
Duke, over to you.
Yeah, I will shout out everybody in the chat, Fraser, PC Sharky, XJ Ryder, and everyone before we lost him in the crash. If you were listening, we appreciate it. If anybody from Lilac stuck around, hello. And thank you for being a great server. Shout out to Antonio because we go back and forth with Framed. Anybody's playing Framed on Twitter with us, check it out. And shout out to the Duchess because she led me to the store where I bought this cool new mug. And I really like the colors on it. So
Nice.
yeah,
There you go. I think that's
Nice.
it.
there you go.
Are we done?
I didn't.
Chinny, you
I,
want
well,
some shout-outs?
yeah.
Done? I thought you shouted out Hardly
Unless
Dan.
Stu was
I
a
did,
bit-
but you know, it was kind of like a bonus shout
Oh,
out.
okay.
really.
Shout out some other people then. Go for it.
Shout out to Daniel Fletcher. A shout out to Steve Heath. Shout out to Adam, Armar, Christian, Matt Nation. I don't know why I read your last name, but whatever, don't sue me. Robert Wilcox and Nigel Strutt for being Patreons. Thank you very much, guys.
The Strut Meister.
Strutmeister himself. Yep. That's the end of
Perfect.
that.
Okay,
Is that it? You done?
that's it.
Alright. Yeah, I'm
If
done.
you like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net.
Go check out VGHub.net.
Check it out.
Won't you? Won't you? Won't you? Won't you? Won't you just switch off the television set and go and do something less boring instead? Sitting at home, watch TV, turning up slow moves of me. Won't you? Won't you? Why don't you? Go, go, go!
Hot one today, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Apparently, that's what I
Hot
hear.
one today.
Yeah,
That's it. We're done. I think we're
I
done.
guess so.
Right, I'm going to go and get my Steam Deck going again. Then I'm going to play some more games, eh? That's what you got to do.
That's enough. No more talking.
Play them games.
Have fun with it.
No, I'm not really doing that. I'm going to go to bed because I'm back at work tomorrow. Don't
Yeah, I have a meeting at the school tomorrow. I have to go to the meeting.
back at work.
But it's
after-
okay. I got to start working on my classroom.
I do
don't have a
feel-
desk.
I do feel like I've been off forever though.
Well, yeah.
Because obviously I was on 2 days off from the Wednesday before my 2 weeks holiday, and then obviously never went
Yeah.
in again because I got COVID.
I might not be here next week.
Oh God,
Oh,
you're
where are you
always away.
going?
You. Well, what are you doing?
Yeah, schmuck.
Yeah,
I'm-
schmuck.
I
What are you
can't tell you, but I've got a secret trip for Tara.
A
Hey,
minute.
Tara, he's got a secret trip for you.
Sheesh.
I've got a secret-
That sounds like fun. I hope
Yeah,
you
is
have
it-
a good time.
Is it an
Wedding.
acid trip?
It's a wedding anniversary.
Oh,
there you go.
It's our wedding
Nice.
anniversary on the 30th, so it's next, not this Tuesday, the Tuesday after. So I'm surprising her
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
Well, she knows she's going somewhere, but she doesn't know.
Well,
just
the
doesn't
sooner
know
you
where
can tell us
she's
whether
going.
you're going to be here or not, the easier.
Well, I'm
it is
guessing
to
he's
find
probably
us out.
not at this point.
Yeah. Would it help, Duke, if
Yes.
I provided you with the same graphics that I use?
No, because I don't want to have to learn how to do that. Does it bother you that I use different graphics?
Not massively, but it's so easy for me to do it for you.
It is, and also we always get some sort of YouTube copyright strike every time Duke does it because he'll pick something off YouTube.
No, it's not. Well, that won't change because if he streams some fucking bollocks that he's not supposed to.
Yeah,
then-
true.
So that won't change.
Wait a minute. What was the last one I got struck?
I don't. I'm assuming it was when you put the whatever the Earth video was off YouTube on, probably.
Well, 656 went through fine.
Yeah, not everyone. As long as you stream games, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, games
Yeah.
are fine. It's only if you. It's
Okay.
usually if you stream more original content that someone's put on
Basically, all I'd have to do
Okay.
is put all the graphics in a folder and then send you like a file that you can import into OBS and tell it where that folder is.
I mean, I'll try it, but school's starting up and
Yeah, he's busy.
Trying to
Yeah.
figure
man.
that out. And keep in mind when I do the show, I'm hosting the Zoom call. I am recording. I am streaming on OBS. I mean, there's a lot going on my
the
end.
other thing as well.
Learning a new way of doing
Yeah.
OBS might be a bit of a headache.
I can
but
if
I'll
you
do it
want.
time.
If you want, I know this is you like doing it, or I don't know if you do, but whatever.
I
was going to
to,
ask
but
you
I'd
this.
have to.
No, I was going to ask you this actually. Like, I can record the whole call on Zoom now, so it's not even that big of a deal to do it for me.
I don't mind doing it when you're streaming the video.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
to
even
be
saying
fair,
I won't do it. I'm just saying there's a lot going on. when I
Outtakes,
have
it
to
takes
host.
at the intro, doesn't he, or whatever.
Yeah, I was just saying. I keep forgetting. Like, I've got a button here, and I just
No, that's
click
cool. I appreciate
record,
it.
and
Yeah,
it
it's fine.
records. You can either record the stream, or it can record all three audio channels separately as well.
I hear you.
So
Right.
yeah, but it's literally just a button that I would press, and it's a piece of piss. So it's not a big deal. But
Well,
I
but
know
then
you-
you'd have to send it to me, and well, no, I guess you could edit it. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
If you want, I mean, whatever.
I probably
don't
wouldn't
really
edit
care
it. To be
about
fair.
that.
I would
No,
just.
he wouldn't do.
I
Don't
wouldn't.
trust
I wouldn't
him.
edit
He
it. I
wouldn't do
would just. I
He
would just
definitely
like whatever it is. I would just.
Raw
do it.
file,
whatever.
man, is what
I'm
it
cool
is.
either way. I'm
That's
cool
fine.
either way.
I'll leave
You
it
wanna
with
do that,
Duke.
that's
I like
fine.
his little outtakes at the beginning. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All
like
right.
that.
Well, have a good night, y'all. And
Yeah, you too.
Have fun on your trip, Chinny. And
Yeah,
we'll
Chinny.
see you
Yes, my
later.
trip to Bognor Regis. Yes, should be good.
Bongo
Yeah,
Regis.
woo. Jeffrey Epstein's sex island.
Is that what it's called? Who knows?
No, he's just making another joke.
Ah.
That's where we're going. Yeah, that's where we're going. So romantic for
All
an
right.
anniversary.
Yeah, it is.
Alrighty. See you all
Peace.
next week. Well, I'll not see you, Ginny, but have a
I
nice
don't
time.
think so. I'll let you know. I'll
Let
let
us
you
know if it's any different,
Let
but
us
we
know.
assume you're not going to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have fun, whatever you do.
Okay.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.